So this is where we begin.
I wasn't expecting to just walk into this. Whoa. I'm just feeling to see how thirsty
Yeah.
anything is. Yeah, see, some of these are starting to get like the feeling of hardening before dry rot.
Okay.
You can arrest the dry rot, probably. You oversaturate it and slowly over time, reshape it and hope, and then store it in the proper humidity.
So what about it being folded over like
Yeah,
this?
that's bad.
Like, do you not even want to touch it until you're ready to do something with it? Okay.
Don't want to move it. As it absorbs whatever we use to rehydrate it, it will be flattened out. Ideally, belts would be stored around a cylinder.
Oh, really? Not so
Yeah.
much hanging?
That's okay too, if you hang by the buckle.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we may want to look at some of the aspects of how they're retained on these hangers that lends itself more to the weight and
Okay.
their degradation over
Right.
time.
Because you can kind of see, especially if they have pins on it, they're
Right, how they
bending in.
contour themselves.
Yep.
Right, it would be more along these lines.
Ah, I see.
So that, it hung
Is
more in
that-
this manner.
Is that something that ideally we would see for every vest?
Yes.
Because now we're creating, we're gonna need a lot more space.
Yes.
For that, okay.
Oh, yeah.
I'd like to have some information also about pins and the metal being exposed like that and having contact with the leather.
People love pins.
They do.
It generally does not, unless it's something that's real heavy studding.
Yeah.
That's embedded into the, and then if they come out of a humid climate, you can get the rust that actually festers inside the leather for studding like that. It's easy to turn it around once you realize that it's happening,
Oh,
but
okay.
we would have to do, quick assessments. of
Right.
Where is it going on? And then you can arrest its growth. Rust inside the steel chain. See it developing? And I would just take a very small Dremel.
Really?
Yep. Just polish up the
Yeah.
steel. Done. Good for another 25 years. Brass leaves like a lime deposit. See the green?
Mm-hmm.
Instead of rusting,
Yeah.
that's what it does.
Okay.
And that will break down the leather.
So stuff with
Interesting.
brass is going to need not only the initial doings, but a fairly consistent, ongoing paying
Like
attention.
just once every few years, rust and the green lime, those are living, and they're gonna feed off of the leather.
So as I think about this, a big question that I have is sort of the what I call the spot on Monica's dress issue, in that something, an imperfection on a leather that is historically relevant, but it's a concern that I would hate to have something removed that, oh, that should have.
I mean, I can look at an imperfection and say, this was originally there.
Right.
This was created by an accident.
Okay.
You know, but I'm not gonna know if there's any kind of significance applied to that.
Right. And as we, part of this process, I'm hoping that we can have some guidance for new things coming in as catalog records get made, making sure to note imperfections.
Something like this, the armpit sweat stains.
It's really pronounced
Yeah.
on this side.
That's kind of a paradox because to remove the salt from the sweats, you're removing that
Right.
history
Yeah.
of it. At the same time, you can add hydration to the leather itself, preserve the leather, and leave those alone. But
Are those eventually going to do something to
They
the
are.
leather? They'll degrade it.
yeah. The inside of jock straps obviously are going to have, cum, piss, and again, like the armpit stains, you wouldn't want to remove that, but at the same time, you want to put some kind of an application
Something
on the
to
leather to preserve
moisten.
the leather
Yeah.
itself.
Can you talk a little bit about when you say triage, what you sort of envision?
Sure.
I know you'd have to look at the stuff more closely to know exactly what you would
We
do.
would take out and isolate, each and every piece, going through and giving it an assignment on a scale of, one being the most extreme, help me please, and 4 or 5 being, you can put me off until much later.
Okay.
And you first do that. You do that with everything. And then you take your 1s, and then your 2s, and then your 3s, and then your 4s, and then your 5s. Simple as that. Then you begin to address the restoration of the 1s and the 2s and the 3s, but at the same time, it's critical that you provide the proper humidity, lighting,
Right.
etc., the environment, so that it doesn't immediately start its process back into degrading.
Is leather a living?
It used to be. It has pores like a host item. I think of it in terms of this. I think of rust and mold and tarnish, items like that, to be like a parasite. And leather being a skin is got pores in it,
Oh, I see.
and organisms go to hosts.
Yes.
So